Hi friends, my name is Peter. Currently, I'm working as a data science and machine learning intern with the Spark Foundation in Singapore. So right now, I have prepared this video in order to explain you the task 2, which I have done as a part of the Grand Jan 2021 batch. This task is to do prediction using the unsupervised machine learning. So in this case, I have used the Python language. So now let me walk you through the problem statement. So this is the overall task 2 which they have given. So in this case, there are two things. They have given the iris dataset. Iris dataset is one of the well famous. I mean that data which is used mainly for learning purposes. So this data have very good information which we can use for running any algorithms like clustering algorithm and other details. So basically in this case, this is very simple task which expect you to uh, find out two things. The first question is to predict the optimum number of clusters for this iris dataset. Second thing is represent them visually. So I'll just go take you through the solution which I have prepared. Okay. So here in this, I have explained you the same questions I explained you in the details. So basically, the intent of the task is to find out around the unsupervised learning technique like any clustering technique on this iris dataset and predict the optimal number of cluster. The second question is to visualize them graphically. Maybe we can plot against the centroids. So in this case, I have the data is already given here. So we can go through the data and see what it is. So anyhow, the data is available over the internet. So either we can download locally as the CSV file, or we can use direct URL. So if you look at this iris dataset, what you can see is that you have the flower information, species details. Then you have the sepal length, sepal width, petal width. So these are the four columns. Then the species. So in this case, what I have done is the URL I have given in this solution. So in this case, I have directly downloaded. So basically, first thing I have done is the imported the basic libraries. Then I imported the dataset from sklearn. Then I used the load iris function. Instead of downloading locally, I have used directly from the internet. So basically, I have when I download the data, what I have done is that I have taken the data portion separately and the columns separately, feature names as column. Okay, so these are the basic things which we already seen: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. Okay, so by using this information, we have to run our clustering algorithm. So I have used the k-means clustering algorithm. Okay. Now, the first question was to find out the predict the optimum number of clustering. For that, what we had to do is that we had to run our algorithm, maybe the k-means algorithm, we had to try to fit the algorithm at least 1 to 10 times. So in this case, I'm running in the range of 1 to 11 means around 10 times I'll be repeating this fitting process. Okay, so I'm using this random set as 0 because when someone else runs this algorithm, they should also be getting the same result. So I'm fitting the algorithm 10 times and then finding out the inertia, and then I'm just trying to plot it as a graph. So this method is also called as elbow method because if you look at this diagram, it clearly indicates that something like a hand elbow. So elbow is the place where this bending happens, right? So if you look at this diagram, this directly comes, elbow is coming over here. This is directly coming around in between 2 and 4. That means it is coming at 3. So with this, I can answer the first question, right? So I have answered the first question as 3. Now we have to apply the k-means clustering data set once again, and then we had to do the prediction. You had to fit and prediction we had to do. So now the second thing is we have to visualize this cluster. Now we know that we are going to have 3 clusters, right? Now we have to plot it visually. So for visualizing, I have used scatter plot. Okay, So I know that there are three features: Sarasota, versicolor, color, then Virginia. So the Virginica, versicolor, and Aris Sarasota. So these three things I have, these three clusters I have visualized and plotted against their centroid. So the what I have done is that each feature I have marked as different color. So iris setso is blue color, then iris versicolor is yellow, and iris virginica is black. And this red color one which you are seeing is the corresponding centroid. So with this I have completed the task 2. I have answered both the questions. The original question was to predict the optimum number of cluster and represent them visually. So both the things I have done. Okay. So find out the optimum cluster as 3, then plotted them as in a visual format. So with this I have completed the task 2. Thank you very much for going through this solution.